to the Love Show, where we grapple with the question, what is love? Today we are asking, is love sacred? Last week we discussed how love is a rainbow, and I took a moment to discuss when people are specifically not rainbows and instead they are dark clouds. I said that I had an issue online and that I hadn't played guitar since said issue, and which is weird because that kind of stuff usually doesn't bother me. But I just wanted to let everyone know that I played guitar again, and I continue to want to play, and I'm going to continue to play. So, yay! And I had a 2020 vision, and it's the 312 challenge to record 312 songs in 1 year. That's one song a day, 6 days a week for a year. I will theoretically have 312 videos at the end of the year. And I challenge any artists out there to the 312 challenge. Touched my hair. We would end up with such a huge body of work, enough music to take us into the next century. So there's 52 weeks in a year. I multiplied 52 times 6 days a week. So with 1 day off a week for the sacred, 52 times 6 days a week is 312. Thus, the 312 challenge. 312 challenge. Are you up to the 312 challenge? So is love sacred? Is the Love Show sacred? Should I plug my other work here? I'm always torn. I'm never sure if I should mention my other projects on the Love Show. But if I get a sponsor and I mention other people's products and projects on the Love Show, I don't see how it's any different to plug myself. There's the train. Can you hear it? I like the train. So, more love shows perhaps, but today's show asks, is love sacred? Is much sacred anymore? In my research for this show, I found a lot of articles questioning if love was sacred anymore, as if it was once and somehow is no more. And then I found an article under the same search, is love sacred? And to my disappointment, it was written by my go-to PhD holders at Psychology Today. I use them a lot in reference to love. And what came up under the search, is love sacred, was an article by Psychology Today from 2014 entitled, Why Sex is Sacred. Shame on you, Psychology Today, PhD holders. Shame on you, Google. we here at the Love Show have proved in several episodes now that sex is not love and love is not sex. So I think sex is hormonal and not really sacred unless it is making a sacred person, then maybe. But is love sacred? Is love sacred? I was raised Catholic, and we had sacraments: baptism, communion, confirmation, marriage, all sacraments. We get the word sacrament from the word sacred. Merriam-Webster defines sacred as an adjective dedicated or set apart for the service or worship of a deity. A tree sacred to the gods. Weird reference to sacred trees there. As a druid, I'll take it. Devoted exclusively to one service or use, as of a person or purpose. A fund sacred to charity. To worthy of religious veneration. Holy. Is love holy? Another Love Show, perhaps. To be entitled to reverence and respect of or relating to religion, not secular or profane, sacred music. We've talked about the bumpy road that is secular and non-secular music anyway. And interestingly, in the archaic, here in the definition lists, archaic is like very old. Accursed, which is like, cursed, possessed, like, interesting that kind of meant the opposite once. 5, we're still on sacred, definition of sacred here. In all caps, interestingly, unassailable and inviolable. Highly valued and important. A sacred responsibility. So unassailable in all caps. Inviolable also in all caps. So untouchable. In all caps. Interesting. Excuse me. The Cambridge Dictionary defines unassailable as an adjective in such a strong position that you cannot be defeated. Impossible to doubt or argue with. Impossible to attack. Wow. Love conquers all. That's what they say. Another Love Show, perhaps. Unassailable. I like that word. I think love is unassailable. I think love is sacred. I think it always was and still is. It should be a sacrament. Some might argue that marriage is the sacrament of love. If your intention is to create a loving family and you love each other, I guess marriage is a sacrament of love. But love is not sex. We have proved that. And we have proved that God is love. For the shedding season for my furry friends. We have proved that God is love. God is sacred, according to many different sources, even in reference to many different gods and goddesses. They are all, by their worshippers, both sacred and loved, no? I suppose there are some religions that have sacred gods that are not love or loving. Kronos was a god in Roman mythology. He ate his children. It's not particularly loving. Some cultures don't have words differentiating between God and demon. And in translation, these characters in very old sacred stories have become, well, confusing and kind of vague. Sacred still, though, nonetheless. Unassailable, though. In fables, most fables, love does indeed conquer all. Rarely do the unloving characters win. Even down to Superman. He is loving. Kronos even fell to his son Zeus when he was not being loving. Zeus became the dude, the god, because Zeus was being loving. Kronos wasn't being loving. Kronos' wife was being loving by hiding Zeus. Zeus was being loving. Eating your children isn't loving. In all of the great stories, though, love wins. My best stories, songs, love wins. Love wins. Unassailable. Sacred. Love! Love is sacred. Happy holidays, everyone. I love you. Thanks for watching. Keep love sacred.